Oh, I have to ban someone. Right, chat. Oh, that was hard. I was trying to ban the guy and kick, and that was tough. That was tough to balance both those things, chat. I don't know if you ever try to do that, but it's a lot. Anyway, hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you're doing well today. Hopefully everything is good. It's good to see everyone here. Hopefully everyone's weekend was good. I don't know if anyone had good plans and whatnot, or did anything exciting. We had a very relaxing weekend, I think. I don't know. Every time I have a weekend, I kind of forget what I did or what we did. It's probably not a good sign, right? Oh well. Oh well. But anyway, good to see so many people here. We'll start off with Tiger Forever. I'm grinding through Final Fantasy 9. Disc 2, Steiner and Dagger are 3/4 behind the other group. Yeah, it's pretty fun, right? He says, I've been impressed with Expedition 33. It seems though it would be a depressing story to get through. There's depression, but you got to keep pushing through it. You got to keep pushing through it. I'm at the very, very, very end. So depending on where you are in the story, there might be very slight spoilers. But I'm not planning to play the story at all tonight. I'm just planning to like grind levels. Researching the Steam Deck thing to see if it's a better way to play Steam games. Steam Deck, I absolutely love it. I think it's the greatest system ever made. I think it's phenomenal, but it can't play all your games. It can play like probably a quarter to half of them like well, and another quarter like okay, and then like a quarter of your games like not great. Sorry, like hiccuping now. Oh, okay. CyberJ's welcome to chat. Hopefully you're doing well. Ziggy, hello there. Gosh, the old hiccups. Tiger Forever is here for the you spoiled us. My wife and I just finished Act 1 of Expedition 33. Ziggy, what do you guys think about it? I know I've said this before on stream. In my opinion, one of the best games ever made. Like absolute best game ever made. It is stunningly amazing. As I was saying, for the Steam Deck thing, games like Expedition would suffer because of this impressive graphics, like a Mission Impossible movie for IMAX or a 15-inch screen. Pros and cons. So, well, okay. Steam Deck, I still think has a really nice display if you get the LED one or the OLED one. So it's good. I don't mind a smaller screen because like it's closer to your face, right? To me, it's like if I have an 80-inch TV on a wall 15 feet away versus 8-inch screen but like a couple inches away from my face, I don't notice that much of a difference, right? Unless like I'm in a true movie theater kind of setting, I don't really notice it. But Expedition 33 in particular.
Oh, it's anniversary time again.
Josh, thank you for 29 months here. I appreciate the support. Hopefully you're doing well. As far as Expedition 33 in particular, it does not run well in the Steam Deck. They have not optimized it yet. So the colors look terrible because the color palette in Clair Obscur is it's very weird. It's very weird. And the Steam Deck, whatever they got going on there, it does not know how to process it. Like it just doesn't know how to handle it. So yeah, it's kind of like this weird, like it's in a weird spot. So Clair Obscur for the Steam Deck is really bad, but other good looking games are pretty good. The other problem with a Steam Deck is if you play AAA games, like recent ones, it is going to destroy your battery. Like unless you dial down the graphics a ton and dial down the frame rate to like 30 frames per second, it will crush your battery, absolutely demolish it. So you have to know that going into it. Now, personally, I like playing a lot of older games on it, like the old Final Fantasies, like the old Yakuza's, some of the other games that are out there. I forgot what else. Oh, I'm playing like Trails of Cold Steel and those type of games, and basically all the Yeez games, right? All of them, they all run really well because their graphics are older, right? It's like PS2, PS3 graphics, and because of that, I can get closer to like 6 to 8 hours on the deck. So it kind of depends on what you're looking for too. But I also use the Steam Deck as a way to like just chill around the house and play it. You know what I mean? I'm not looking at for it to be like my main system that like travels with me or whatever. I just actually use Nintendo Switch 1 for that. Alex, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. Board game update. Finally got Jaws of the Lion on the table after years of waiting to get my hands on the game. I think I don't like it. I also don't like it. So I get it. I don't know. I think in general, Gloomhaven's very overrated. I think it was a big hype game because it was the first game to really come out that was doing a lot of the things it was doing. And after playing it and getting it, I think it was really good. And Jaws of the Lion, I was told, was a much better version of the game. And it is a quicker version of the game for sure. But it's not, I don't know, like making a bad game better is just making it like maybe not terrible. You know what I mean? Like if it's bad and you get better than bad, you're not at like good. You're at like not as bad. It's rough. The whole concept of this game sounds amazing. I just don't care for the battle system. The main mechanic that the game's built around, the attack modifier cards are the worst. Alex, thank you. Honest to God, thank you. People keep calling me crazy for that. I think that card system ruins the game. Absolutely ruins the game. I actually like the 2 card system where you play one top half of one and bottom half of the other. I think it's brilliant. I love it. I love it. The second they introduce that little deck of cards, it becomes the worst system I've ever played in my life. And it drives me nuts. I don't think it is anymore. Let me double check. That Gloomhaven, before it used to be the #1 strategy game, and it's currently #4, which is way too high. I do not understand how Gloomhaven is #4 strategy with a mechanic that random, that just ruins your turn. Like, it just decimates your turn. It's not that like your turn is like a little messed up. It is gone, right? It is, or the possibility of being gone. And the fact that Spirit Island is all the way down to 10, until Board Game Geek, well, I have a lot of problems with Board Game Geek, like a lot of problems. But until this gets rectified, I cannot trust a single ranking that ever shows up on this site. It's a popularity contest. I mean, I'm just saying things we all know and we all agree about and like nod our heads to, but might as well say it out loud. It's a popularity contest. It's a travesty that Spirit Island is down at the 10th spot of strategy games. I could see it being behind Brass Birmingham. I've never played Ark Nova, so I can't judge that. Pandemic Legacy is not that much of a strategy game, not that high of a strategy game. It not being in the top 3 is ridiculous. Gloomhaven being in the top 10 for sure. I would argue the top 50 is ridiculous. I'm sorry. It is not a strategy game whatsoever. It is a luck-based game with that deck. You cannot do much with that. And I know eventually you can modify the deck or whatever. Yes, I can. 30 hours into the game. I don't want to modify a deck to be less lucky 30 hours into a game. That's crazy to me. That's crazy town. So anyway, I hate that deck. And I've been called crazy nonstop about that. And it just, no, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. I've had many people come in this chat and argue with me about it. And you can think it's brilliant. You can love it. Not me. It's a tough win rate on Gloomhaven. I played it, and Gloomhaven Buttons and Bugs is a fairer game, smaller footprint. Also, I still want to try the Bugs and Buttons. I want to try it. I want to give it a shot. Sounds a lot cooler than Buttons and Bugs. Sounds a lot cooler than Jaws of the Lion. Beats the best. Gloomhaven for your first, or fits in your shirt pocket. Oh, the Bugs and Button one does? Nice. Link, welcome to chat. Hopefully you're doing well. Staying up last night so I could take my mom to the airport at 4:40 Iowa time. Got home around 8, slept until 6 p.m. Hope my sleep schedule is messed up now. What we have to do, so I think I've mentioned this before, sometimes I travel to Italy. So from the East Coast to Italy, the flights are always at East Coast nighttime, and you get to Italy at like morning their time. I can't sleep on airplanes. I'm really bad at it. I've tried really hard. When I had to fly to China, it was like a 14 or 16-hour flight, something like that. I couldn't sleep. For the whole time, I could not sleep. My sleep schedule was ruined because it was a nighttime flight. So I was awake during the whole day. Then I was awake for the 14 or 16 hours, whatever it is, for the flight. And then we landed, and like I tried to struggle bus to stay awake to get onto their time. I was awake for like 30 hours or something. It was a rough time. But anyway, same exact thing happens with Italy. Because when you land in Italy, you want to like try to push yourself to stay awake as long as you can, because you'll be super tired, you'll be super worn out. But if you can wait as long as you can and get onto their time cycle, it's amazing. Now, coming home, it's really hard to do it. But anyway, getting to Italy, it's great. But yeah, hopefully one night, I feel like you can survive one night. It's just going to be like a rough day or two, you know? 29 seconds, baby. Let's go. It's getting better. It's a phenomenal game. I'm struggling with Act 1's conclusion, though. Haven't touched it since. Okay, so I'm at the very, very end. So I have to see what act, wait, hold on. I have to Google it really fast. This is not, ChatGPT gave me like the wrong game. It was like doing some other random game. I don't want the ending. Explain Act 1 ending. Okay. Let me just cancel that. I think I know what it is. Oh, yeah. I know exactly where you are. Okay, it is that. All right, Ziggy, I want to make sure it was that. Yes, push through. Honest to God, like I was wrecked after that. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe they did what they just did, right? It literally blew my mind. And during that whole sequence, like with everything going on, I was like, this needs to be a TV show, really, because like it's better than 90% of TV out there. Get through Act 2. Act 2 is better than Act 1. I will say that. But they're both phenomenal. D20, can you and Joshi calm my nerves and tell me we are getting Fantastic Four after Civil War? Mark, we are most likely getting Fantastic Four after Civil War. I will put money on it. I didn't like the card system in 2 include him. Yeah. Joshi says we're getting Fantastic Four after Civil War. If we don't, I'll expose secrets about FFG that I shouldn't about Hulk. There you go. I always wonder what it would take for me to expose all my secrets about FFG. The problem is I can't, because like then FFG knows who said that, you know, and I would hate to put people in like a weird position. New board games came in the mail about 20 minutes ago. Sonic Speed Battle and Sonic Roll. Let's go. Battle is more for a group of friends with no solo mode, but Roll has more solo mode and can't wait to try. Nice. I like that you're all in on Sonic right now. I want Arc Nova. My buddy's played Arc Nova, and he says it's really good, just long. But I think someone in chat once said that it's not as long once you like learn the systems and stuff. But like, oh wait, like this seems like a lot to me. Like I understand it's not like punched out, but that's just like a lot of stuff going on. Like I don't know. I'm getting like kind of tired of all these like super Euro complex games. Maybe I'm just like a simple man, you know? It's like a simple man that likes simple things. I don't know. I don't like Board Game Geek's popularity rankings, but I do appreciate the complexity rankings. I find those handy when trying to inflict new games on my crew. The weighted rankings, I agreed, are well done, because I feel like it's not about trying to like Like, it's not necessarily a positive to make a game heavier or make a game lighter, right? Like, I think the lightness isn't like. So hold on, wait. I also hate their site. It's so bad. Like, okay, so it's out of 5, right? So when you think of like Vita Lacerda is like a 4 point whatever, to me it's like wild that like Wingspan would be ranked a 2.47 in rating. Like, I know that's like a midweight game, but I put it slightly above a party game. Like, Wingspan I can teach to like anyone pretty quick. So 2.4. Yeah, so okay. No, I guess that makes sense with that. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say something else. Isofarian Guard is an upgrade, better version of Gloomhaven Oathsworn also. Isofarian Guard is insanely good. It's just a massive game on my table though. Like, I wish I could put it on here. Also, it would probably break this table if I put it on top of the table, like the box and everything. But yeah, it's a like people always talk about like Isofarian Guard, like, do you recommend it? Like, whatever. Absolutely. Like, absolutely. Like, this board saving mechanic is really cool and really nice. Everything is organized well and how it works and how you get things. Like, it's really good. It's just you have to be ready to play a campaign. Like, you have to be ready to play a campaign. That's the only like downside. So I don't know. Isofarian Guard is oh wait, I just read that. Foglio Andrade Aleto. Hey Peter, how's it going? Play on TTS, it's not that bad. Okay, that's good to know. Question: as far as table hoggers, what would you spend the time to set up and play with relish? Wait, Tiger, you mean like what game takes the longest to set up and takes up the most space, but I would still play it even though it took me a long time to set up? Hey, Jew, how's it going? Did Expert Next Evolution run solo with Valkyrie Justice? Let's go. MTG, welcome to chat. Annabelle Riggs, low-key the most underappreciated ally in the game. It's because she's not as strong as anyone else, but if you play her right, it's not terrible. Justice, she definitely does better in Justice nowadays. I just read that. I love Isofarian Guard. With the next expansions, they're releasing a cinematic mode. Rules will to reduce grind. I know. I didn't back it. Is it still going on or is it done? I have to see. Isofarian Guard. It's not the second printing, right? It's called something else. Sky Kingdom Games. Oh man, they have other games out there? Veil Ward. That's what it is, right? Oh, it is done. I didn't back this. Oops, that's my tabletop. You can see what I have. Yeah. Yeah, the problem is like, what was the thing? Like, I don't want like a whole other expansion. Like, that's a lot of money. Like, a depressing amount of money. And I just don't have the space. I just want the rules to make it work faster, better. I don't know. But I do love the game. I do highly recommend it. I don't want a game that takes an hour to set up. Yeah, I agree. That's what, like, I talked about in the podcast yesterday, so make sure you listen to it on Spotify, Apple, whatever you listen to your podcast. How, like, Novels and I played Lost Ruins of Arnak, and like, it's really enjoyable game, but I forgot how long it takes to set up. And it really is the reason why like, people always wonder, like, why do you play Marvel Champions? Why do you play card games? Why do you play small box solo games? Why do you play TCGs? Like, that's why. Like, I can spend less time building a deck than it took to put all of Lost Ruins of Arnak out. Now, it was really easy to play once you play it, but so is TCGs, so. Despite the grindy, repeating nature of the game, I do find it oddly addicting. Yeah, I actually don't mind it. Like, there was a couple times when I was playing, I was just like, okay, like, okay. But for the most part, I was like, yeah, it's fine. You could probably late pledge. Yeah, nah. I haven't even finished Isofarian Guard. Can't complain about setup times. Doing our first Twilight Imperium play on Saturday. Let's go. That's fun. I've never done it. I know Nelson's a big fan of it. I want to play it sometime. The worst one we ever did was we couldn't do it. We can't do it now that we have a child. Was let me show you. Okay. This game, it says 150 to 240 minutes to play, which would be 6, 12, 18, 24 hours to play. That's not including setup time. I will tell you right now, I don't care who you are not setting up and playing this game and tearing it down in 4 hours. It is not possible. Not humanly possible. This is a game that I love this game. Novels, I end up selling it because we just can't play anymore. But I love this game. It does take several hours to set up because it starts off. Oh, do they have it? Oh yeah. So you can see there's a giant map like this, but all these little red guys and I think blue is the other side. Yeah, it's blue. Have to be placed on the map in specific places in like certain amounts, like kind of like this. Right? This looks like mid-game. This doesn't look like the complete setup. So all these things have to be set up a certain way. All these cards have to be set up a certain way. You get a certain deck. The Fellowship gets a certain deck. The dice are supposed to be placed in certain spots. Like the Nazgul and all that stuff is in certain spots. Like all this stuff is like trackers on the side. And they're all not trackers. They're for the areas when they get too full with things. They have to be put a certain way. There's all these little tokens over here that have to be done like a certain way. Everything has to be done kind of a certain way. And so, like, I guess if you play it a lot, you'll kind of memorize where it's supposed to go. But it takes a while. It takes a long while to set this game up. But the little minis are fun. They're cool. But the gameplay itself, like watching the Fellowship come from usually up here, try to get down to Mount Doom, which is right here. It's a phenomenal system. It feels exactly like Lord of the Rings. If you're a Lord of the Rings fan and you have one other person to play with, because it's a two-player game, absolutely amazing. I think there is a solo way to play, but I never did it because I didn't want to set up the game. It is. Oh wow, okay. Oh, I thought this was a bagel somebody ate and just like left it on the table. But it is. I've seen this too, like people doing different like minis and stuff. A phenomenal game. I mean, honest to God, it truly feels like Lord of the Rings. It really does. They did a really good job with it. It just takes a long time to play is all. Honestly, though, a great game table with cozy chairs would probably help. There you go. I think part of the cinematic mode was something like once you fought in a node on a map, any fights there become optional. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Epic work on the chat. You think Expedition 33 is game of the year? I don't trust them to pick the right game of the year because they seem to pick really bad games each year. Or at least nominate really bad games. I don't know. Actually, I have to look to see who has won game of the year the past few years. Who has won video game of the year the past 5 years and who else was nominated? But it should win. If it doesn't win, that's wild to me. All right, so let's see. Let's. Well, let me turn that away. Okay, I think I can show this. All right, 2020 is what we're going back. All right, so 2020 awards had Animal Crossing, Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, and the winner was The Last of Us Part 2. So, over 5 years, that's one major miss. Last of Us Part 2 is literally, not figuratively, literally one of the worst games I've ever played. It is a terrible video game. I don't care what anyone else says. The best you can argue for it is that it was kind of pretty looking and the controls weren't half bad. Other than that, it was trash because we all know there wasn't supposed to be Last of Us Part 2. It was only supposed to be The Last of Us. That was it. One game, be done. The first game was almost perfection. It was phenomenal. They sold a ton. Naughty Dog wanted money. They tanked their studio after this. It's a terrible game. God awful game. Anyway, remake should have won. Hades probably should have won. Ghost, I hear, is really good. So I have no idea. But I hear it's really good. So I got to try it out though. Okay. So that's 0 for 1. 2021, It Takes Two won, which I heard a lot of people like. So maybe. Deathloop wasn't that great. Metroid Dread. Metroid, I think, was really good. Psychonauts 2. Okay. Ratchet and Clank. Resident Evil Village. Village actually was pretty good for Resident Evil. I really enjoyed that. So, yeah, It Takes Two. That's not bad. I never played it, but I hear people really like it and thought it was really good. Hades went. Oh wait. I missed a bunch. Okay, I bench press isofarian guard. My chest size increased 2 inches. I've wanted to get that bad. I got the Veil Ward. Need to add weight to my bench. Of course, I grew up learning how to play Axes and Allies, so that barely registered me. That's awesome. Mongoose, welcome to chat. Hope you're doing well. This, I think, Game of the Year went to BG3, didn't it? 1 year. We'll have to see. What's in the list? Beast, welcome to chat. Hope you're doing well. I'd have given that to Ghost of Tsushima, a great swan song for the PS4. Yeah, I hear it's really good. Hades, one of the greatest games of all time. That not winning is criminal. That said, I don't care for Last of Us 1, so don't care about 2. That's fair. If you didn't like 1, then you definitely won't like 2. But Hades is one of the best games. Shield Wall Strategy, welcome to chat. Hopefully you're doing well. I think Ghost of Tsushima should have won Game of the Year in 2020. Man, that game was good. That's what I hear. All right, so that's that. Game 2, Elden Ring, which it was going to win. It really was. I don't think it should have, but whatever. Elden Ring won. A Plague Tale Requiem was a very good game. If you never played the first one, it's also very good. But it's a very good game. God of War Ragnarok. Very good game. Horizon Forbidden West. I don't think I ever played. I played the first one, but I don't think I played the second one. Stray didn't play with the cat. Xenoblade Chronicles 3. The Xenoblade Chronicles games in general are always so underrated. So incredibly underrated and just passed over, which truly makes me sad. Truly makes me sad. Actually, I need to see something really fast. Oh, no, wait. Also, Persona 5 Reload came out in 2020. And that wasn't even nominated, which is mind-boggling to me. Not an Elden Ring fan? No, me either. I don't think it's as good as people think it is. My favorite Lord of the Rings game is still Journeys. A bit hand-holding, but easier than the LCG version. That's all good. As long as you have fun with it, man. But I agree. Elden Ring is just not for me. I like Dark Souls, Demon Souls. Like, I think they're all really good and fun. But God, Elden Ring is just... it's too much. What am I thinking of really quick? Gotta switch music before I get hit with a copyright. Non Elden Ring fan. Yeah, I don't know. Elden Ring is cool to start, but I found not a Souls guy. See, I am a Souls-like guy. I love Souls-like strategy. I really do. I love it. I love it. This is why I love Stellar Blade. I love Liza P. Love all of it. Just Elden Ring's not for me. It's just, it's too open. It's too, like, just go have fun. Like, I'm too old for a video game to just tell me, here's a massive map and no direction. Go crazy. Like, I can't handle that anymore. I'm too old for that. That's just not a thing anymore. So, I personally needed to, like, it doesn't even hold my hand. Just, like, point me in the right direction at least. God of War is probably more better. I was burned out by Souls-like when Elden Ring came out. Still enjoy it. Just didn't play a lot. That's fair. I've beaten Dark Souls 77 times. Let's go. I nominate Sonic Frontiers as Game of the Year. But it came out in 2022. So this game will be my channel name. We start recording champions, but for ease of use, I shall stay Honorable Viking on Discord and everything. Oh, I was wondering who you were, Shield. Breath of the Wild was the worst game ever made? No. Breath of the Wild is one of the best games ever made. Breath of the Wild, though, did not set you in an open world and just say, go have at it. Breath of the Wild said, there's 4 points. Go choose. that's so much better than just like literally you do like the little bit of an intro of Elden Ring and it just pops in the middle of a map. There's no real direction. There's no nothing. You can go left, you can go right. There's no real way to go. It's just whatever you want. And the problem is, depending on which way you go, you're going to be very underleveled for certain areas. Versus Breath of the Wild, you can probably struggle your way through most areas. So have to find time to sit down and record. I get that. Where's Cat? Stellar Blade should give Expedition a bit for a run for Game of the Year. I love Stellar Blade. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. But it probably won't for two reasons. Three reasons really. One, because it already kind of came out like a year ago or 2 years ago on the PS5, so I'm sure it should have been nominated then. We'll see if it was. I don't think it was. So they probably won't do it for that. Expedition 33 is like, as someone who plays both and loves both, 33 is a better game for sure. And more importantly, most of the Game of the Year awards, I believe, is done by game journalists, and they're not really journalists, they're activists, and Stellar Blade is not the type of game they would like. So it's just not like it's not about Game of the Year. Really is half the time, at least, isn't about nominating the right games. It's about sending a message. It's unfortunate. Stray was a cat game? Yes, it was. I vaguely remember it. All right, let's see. 2023 Baldur's Gate 3 against Alan Wake 2, Legend of Spider-Man Tears of the Kingdom, Resident Evil 4, Marvel Champions Spider-Man 2, and Super Mario Brothers Wonder. I remember there was controversy with, not controversy, but like a good discussion about it between Baldur's Gate 3 and Tears of the Kingdom. I actually think Tears of the Kingdom is a worse version of Breath of the Wild. Like, I like Breath of the Wild a lot more. I like it a lot more. Tears of the Kingdom, I don't mind, but to me, it just feels like, yeah, whatever. But Baldur's Gate 3 is an incredible game. Trophy avoiding all those leech things on the one level that delayed my game by 3 reasons now. Yeah, 2023 or 2023 was kind of a stacked year. All right, 2024. Okay, I'm sorry. This is also ridiculous. I'm sorry. Astrobot winning over Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring, The Shadow Tree. That's fine. Rebirth and Metaphor Refantasio. Astrobot, I could see beating Shadow of the Erdtree. Sorry. Balatro, no shot. I don't even like Balatro. Like, I like Balatro, but I recognize the brilliance of that game. Like, it is a brilliant game. So I don't understand how like that didn't win. Black Myth Wukong, phenomenal game. Watching a monkey beat things up with a stick, 10 out of 10 experience. Highly recommend. Please do more of. Metaphor Refantasio, like, it was just super hyped. I don't like it as much as like the other games, like the Persona games or even the Shin Megami Tensei games. So I don't think Metaphor is as good as that, but it's also very good. I think it's better than Astrobot. And Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, I haven't finished it, but it's goated. I mean, I don't know if it's good, but it's very good. So, okay, so there is no 2025 yet. All right. That's right. I remember Astrobot winning, which is just... Okay. Can't believe Spider-Man 2 was in the running, dude. That's what I hear. Like, I know some people love it, but I think I played like 30 minutes of it, and I was like, nah, I'm good. I haven't yet played SM2, but the first one's fantastic. I almost got it platinum on Steam. SM2. Picking up food, I ordered at the gas station and trying to choose what to drink. Trying an energy drink. Oh, look, a 24-ounce white monster. That sounds good. Sounds delicious. Perfect. Astrobot, we stole every Nintendo game. Taha, welcome to chat. Is there a video of you talking about Tears of the Kingdom more? Because I always thought it was a better version of Breath of the Wild. I would like to listen to your ideas more about that. So I don't think so. I mean, I'm sure I've done it on a live stream before, but like I can't be like there because I don't remember. The general gist to me is that okay, so it's a couple things. One, I think Tears of the Kingdom was a very like if you love Legos or Minecraft slash like building things, like Tears of the Kingdom inherently will draw you in more, right? Because that's like 90% of the well, not that much. That's ridiculous. It's at least half the game, right? It's just like building things. That's not enjoyable to me. I do not have fun doing that. It's not for me. So like that whole aspect was lost to me. So that's most of the game that's brand new stuff, right? Just completely gone. The other basically half part of the new game was the going to the sky, right? So like being like way up in the air, like in the Sky Kingdom area or whatever it was. Right? Yeah, because the depths were the same in both games. Which like was fine, right? Like it wasn't anything amazing. I'm trying to remember now. I haven't played Tears of the Kingdom since it came out. I think yeah, the only difference is like up high because the caves are the same, right? There's no difference in them. I'm hoping I'm not getting those backwards because that'd be embarrassing. But anyway, Breath of the Wild doesn't have depths, don't they? They do have depths, right? They don't have the sky area, right? I need to look this up. AI mode? Unlock smarter. No, just work. Why is this? Oh, yeah, it's on the wiki. But God, does Breath of the Wild have. Alright, hold on. Breath of the Wild map. Is it the other way? Was I confusing it? They added it to Tears of the Kingdom without even teasing. Is it this? Then you can go to the sky in Breath? Is that what I'm thinking of? Breath of the Wild is all surface. Isn't there stuff up high though? I thought in Breath of the Wild, I thought I could jump off of things. Whatever, it doesn't matter. My issue with it is I don't like the building aspect. Past that, the normal level I think is where all the enjoyment is, and Tears of the Kingdom really didn't change anything with that. Like you just like went to the same places, and that's it. I don't like the new characters. Like they feel like shells of the old characters. Like for like when you go to like each place and meet the Gorons and whatever. Like your assistant characters feel like cheap knockoffs, basically. So I didn't like the characters as much. Tears of the Kingdom story with Zelda was more interesting. I will for sure give you that. I will for sure give you that. Breath of the Wild, the story wasn't as good with that, but it was really, really good. So it's those are my biggest issues with it. And like again, like the building thing, like I didn't enjoy it. Like you have to use it a lot to like advance and like do different things, and like none of that was enjoyable for me. So that's I guess not a big part of it. Oh, Spider-Man 2. Okay, I ain't buying PS5 unless they release Death Stranding 2 version. Yeah, I'm just not buying one. Do other energy drinks give you heartburn? G Fuel Gamer Subs always gives me heartburn. Monster products, zero heartburn. I've only ever had Monster, Red Bull, Celsius. I feel like there's no 5-hour energy, if that counts. I don't know what else. I will get the Final Fantasy VII reboots, but OG is oh god level feels, dude. It's so good, so good. And like I said, play with the mods. The mods make it even better. Highly recommend. Has anyone played Kingdom Come 2? I'm debating getting it. I have not. I played the first one. The first one's really good. And I hear the second one's like an extension / improving upon it. To me, Hyrule Depths is why I like Tears more than Breath of the Wild. That's fair. put yourself in slow mindset though, as both games are sprawling, kind of slow burn. Oh, for Kingdom Come. Medieval peasant. I still haven't beaten the first recommended Divine Beast yet. I haven't even gotten close to reaching the area. I got your point. If you don't like Lego, it's a dead game. Yeah. Exactly. Put 100 hours in, still have 40 hours to go. Ugh. The only thing they do to D20 wait, who does that to D20? Spider-Man Remaster has been so fun. I recommend to anyone. The first one? Yeah, it was really good. The DLC is good too. Stephanie Valcour versus Io Sky tonight? Let's go. Watching Io Sky get the devil's kiss? Yeah, yes please. Yes please. Novel's been excited too. Wait, what am I reading? What? Just what you said? The only thing they do to D20 is make him have pee breaks. Oh, wait, you're talking about the energy drinks. I was like, what are you talking about with who? That's true. It does do it. The DLCs are great, yeah. You dirty person? I have no idea what you're talking about. I think it's just a fantastic move. I can't even hold it. Okay. Spider-Man first game is one of the best of all time. Number 2 is disappointing in my opinion. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's like I said, Spider-Man 2 I think I played like 30 minutes of, if even. Can't even, I know. I tried, chat. I tried. It was tough. It's so good. It's so funny that a wrestler like Stephanie Valcour is going to be completely over for that and Booker T's reaction to it. Right? Like that's essentially why she's so incredibly over right now. And it's well earned. I also JC Jane won another title, right? Is it the TNA title? Yeah, she's wins TNA Knockouts Championship at Slammiversary. Sorry if that's a spoiler for anyone. I'm actually a JCJ fan. So I know people don't like her, which is crazy. I liked her with what was the Fatal Attraction members? JC Jane and the other one who's like gone. Or Toxic Attraction, sorry. Gigi Dolan. That's what I'm thinking of. Is Gigi Dolan even around anymore? She kind of like disappeared. She was released by WD turn. Yeah, okay. She was released by. That's sad. I wonder what she's doing now. She was on Impact and back on independent circuit. I hope she comes back. I like Gigi. I think she was good. But anyway, I like JC Jane too. Spider-Man 2 isn't good. That's upsetting to hear. It's not ideal. The part when Aunt May dies in Spider-Man wrecked me. Please take off the mask. I want to see my nephew. Instant tears. When I gave my stamp of goat, it gets you right in the feels. I think Spider-Man 2 is not that bad, but they flopped the alter ego parts. They focused more on epicness, but it made the story weaker. Spider-Man team is good, but it feels weirdly incomplete compared to SM1. The first game story felt more sprawling and had a really rich. SM2 feels like things that kind of happen. I feel like, okay, generally speaking, here, think about this with me, chat, for a second. If a game, like the first game you play of a series, like it's really good, like really, really, really good, and they come out with a sequel within the next like 3-4 years, right? Fairly quick turnaround. Has there ever been a second game that was better than the first in that regard? I think almost never. Now, obviously, if you wait like 6 or 7, 8 years, then like yeah, like the second could be better, right? The Persona games keep getting better in my opinion. The Shin Megami Tensei games keep getting better in my opinion. But as far as like sequels that happen pretty fast, like relatively fast, from the original, it feels like they weren't planning to do one and they kind of like sped it up. You know what I mean? Original Venom story instead of switching the King and Black Villain and doing that story. The Miles one I loved. God, I forgot that one even existed. Devil May Cry 3 if we ignore 2. 2 was a train wreck. 2 was a train wreck. So wait, you know what's funny with Devil May Cry? Like 1, amazing. 2, train wreck. 3, amazing. 4, really good. And then the DMC 5 happened, and then DMC. Oh my god, I keep thinking I want Devil May Cry, not DMC. This is the dumbest reboot name ever. It was DMC, then okay. So great game with Devil May Cry 1, terrible with 2, great game with 3. 4 was pretty good from what I remember. It's been a little while though. DMC, I don't think it was as bad as people may have to be, but it was so like there's all the campiness and like the ridiculousness is like fun in Devil May Cry. In DMC, it's like, oh, he's so edgy. Like it felt like a bunch of boomers trying to be edgy. It was really, really weird. It was like really, really, it would be like me trying to be like teenage edgy, right? Like I can't do it. I don't know what the Utes are up to anymore. So I can't be edgy. So yeah, that just was weird. And then DMC 5 was really good. So they got a weird thing going on. I guess it was okay. Spider-Man Miles Morales felt more like DLC than a standalone game. Yeah, I don't even like really remember the game. Was I finished this new game plus playthrough? I'm gonna play the Miles Morales game. I'm a boomer. Anything P3 on is holy cow, Zom Quixote. That is one of the hottest takes I've ever seen in my life. That might be the hottest take in video games, especially I've ever seen. That Metal Gear Solid 2 is as good as 1. Were you wait? I don't know how old you are, Zom. Did you play Run an Ad? Can I do Kurt? Did you play oh wait, it just ran an ad. You have to give me a little bit of time. Did you ever play it when it first came out? Or did you play it later on? I'm kind of curious now. I will say though, like I do like Metal Gear Solid 2. I played it the day it came out. The day it came out, my buddy and I bought it and beat it, right? Because I am obsessed with Metal Gear Solid games. And I remember playing it, and you know, after the whole bait and switch thing happens, and you're like, okay, whatever, Raiden's fine, whatever. And then like the whole story, I think is really good in retrospect, especially now that it's basically come true, which is ironic. Maybe not ironic. I think Hideo Kojima just knows. But yeah. Final Fantasy 7 and 8. Yeah. Yes. I think 7 was better than 8. I think 9 is better than 8. 10, you can argue is better, but I think there's a decent gap between the two. Actually, no, that turnaround was pretty quick. So that's interesting. Resident Evil 2 is pretty good. That's a good one, Cyber Jace. That's a really good one. Resident Evil 2 is really good. 3 had Jill Valentine, right? With Nemesis. So I enjoyed that, but I do feel like that was a step down. But I do enjoy that one. Metal Gear Solid to 2, we can have a discussion. The PS3 will be 20 years old in November. Ugh. Don't you mean they're dragging you to Limbo, the video game? I like what they did with DMC. The boss battles were fun and Virgil's DLC was awesome. The DMC stuff, like after you beat the main game, you can do everything else. Is actually kind of like not terrible. Metal Gear Solid 2, enjoyer. And again, I like Metal Gear Solid 2. I do. I also believe Metal Gear Solid 1 is probably video game perfection. I'm trying to think now. I would say it's like the perfect video game for me. But overall, like there is not a spot in that game that I would like. Most games like that you play, I don't know. Like even the Final Fantasy 7, I love 7, but it's like small spots I would change and like, you know, maybe get rid of or whatever, redo, blah 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 blah. Metal Gear Solid 1, there's not a single thing I would change. I'll go hotter. I didn't like any Metal Gear Solid at all. Mongoose, how many did you play? Like at what point did you play the series and just go, nah? I'd say Metal Gear Solid 2 matches 1, if not better. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. I just remember like when 2 came out, everyone was so disappointed. So incredibly disappointed. And it took a long time for people to like appreciate that game. So I don't know if a part of it is like I'm still living in that world, you know? I played 1 before 2, and I think we're close in age. Okay. Okay. AC1 to AC2, I think, is all I can think of. AC1 is real fun, but 2 fixed a lot of things. What was the difference between Assassin's Creed 1 and 2? Like time-wise, I guess. I'm sorry. I didn't like complete that sentence out loud. That was embarrassing. 2007 versus 2009. Yeah, that was a pretty quick turnaround. That's a good one. Instead of getting a remaster of Snake Eater, we should have gotten Metal Gear Solid 1 with modern graphics. It's this propaganda that Metal Gear Solid 3 is the best Metal Gear Solid. It's propaganda, I tell you. It's a good game. Don't get me wrong. I really enjoyed Metal Gear Solid 3. It's not better than 1. Like, I'm sorry. It's just not. I don't... And again, maybe I'm biased. I don't think any of them are better than 1. I think 1 is perfection. Twisted Metal 2? That's a good one, too. I really like them. Especially when I was a kid. Twisted Metal... No, video game. I don't care about the show. What do I care about the show? Alright, so that was released... When was it released? Tell me! Wow, yeah, 95 to 96. Huh. Yeah, Twisted Metal 2, you're right. Twisted Metal 2 is much better than 1. Even 3 came out 2 years after that, and they did a good job with 3. I don't remember 4. I never played it. That's a good one, too. Martin, how's it going? I want to start playing Marvel Champions, but it's so hard to find the sets here in Mexico. It's getting hard to find them everywhere, unfortunately. They've also, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. They it's very, very hard. I'm gonna be frank with you. They're not reprinting older stuff. So honestly, buy whatever you can. It's tough, dude. It's really tough. Metal Gear Acid. Thank you, Tiger Forever, for agreeing that it's best. Microsoft has a sale going for games that I wanted a little crazy. Picked up Destroy All Humans Jumbo Pack, Sonic Adventures 1 and 2, Sonic Forces, and Sonic Shadow Genesis. Let's go. Once done with Spider-Man, I won't be playing 2 until it's much cheaper. I'll be running through Assassin's Creed because I'm in Metal Gear Solid 3 just had better topless men. I don't know. Is it just because Metal Gear Solid 1 is so pixelated? I mean, compared to 2, I agree. I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Metal Gear Solid 5 with Quiet. Best character design of all time? I don't know. Just throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there, chat. Y'all can decide. When you what, Cyber Jace? Twisted Metal Black, anyone? I don't think I played it. Oh, I have to see what it looks like. Oh yeah, I vaguely remember Black. I think I skipped it. Metal Gear Solid 4 is the best Metal Gear. I mean, it's the best Metal Gear movie. Sure. It's actually a really good game. I don't care what anyone says. I know you sit there and you watch 3/4 of it. Metal Gear Solid 4 is a really good closing end to the story. Like, really good. And I don't think 5 was ever supposed to happen, right? If I remember correctly. Like, Konami kind of pushed Kojima to do it. I'll sell you my Legacy Captain America for 100 million pesos. Sounds like a deal. Castlevania 2? When that came out? Was there a big gap between them? So wait. Long story short, do all the older games just do it better? Alright, Castlevania was 86 and 2. Oh, well, Simon's Quest was 87. Wait, where's the other one? They have a very weird system of doing things. Huh. I can't even wear a shirt D20. I breathe through my skin. Well, don't we all? That's why, like, when people paint themselves, like the Blue Man Group, you have to leave a spot that's unpainted or you'll die. I mean, the entire campaign in Marvel Champions revolve around Spider-Man 2. Nice. Love Twisted Metal Black. That one guy with the suicide bomber in the back of his El Camino who jumped on another car and screamed, "Repent." When in baseball terms, you hit a grand slam, Metal Gear Solid 1, to hitting a triple with 2 men on base. Still great, but Kojima wanted Metal Gear Solid 2 to be the last one. Everything after that was pressured. Okay. Super Metroid was better than Metroid? I'm just looking at the timing differences. I'm always curious. Oh, does it have a time? Oh, no, yes, it does. Metroid was 86. Super Metroid was 94. So that was a big jump between them. It's got to be like 2 or 3 years. It's being slightly facetious, but Metal Gear Solid 4 is both hilarious and kind of epic. Is how they tie all those stories together. Like those stories that were never meant to fit together. And Kojima just kind of just made it work. Yeah. Kojima is very good at it. I mean, I still hate him for what he's done to David Hayter, but he's still a genius. I blew myself, Michael. Castlevania Circle of the Moon is goated. There's a weapon that deals damage equal to the percentage of the map you've discovered. Oh, that's fun. Super Smash Melee better than Smash Bros. 64. I'd see the release order time. But why does it show me consoles? I care about consoles? Alright, so 99 was original Super Smash Bros. God, I feel old. Melee was 2001. Okay. Brawl was 2008. Wow. I didn't realize Melee and OG were that close to each other. Yeah, Melee is better. I just really liked original. Brawl was good. I like that. I like Ultimate. That's what I have now. Huh. Everything back then was better, part 2, because the upgrades in games were huge after a few years. I mean, yeah, to a point. But like, a lot of like Metal Gear Solid 2, if it had PS1 graphics, like Metal Gear Solid graphics, I think it, like, to me, it's still the same game. Like, you gotta look at like the writing for that. Revenge the Preacher. Super Metroid had a game in between too. Yeah. Castlevania's PS1 better. I still haven't made my PS1 games beat the PS3 games. Out of Control, welcome to chat. Hopefully you're doing well. Lord of the Ring, Return the King video games better than Two Towers? That's wild. Oh, wait. So, Lord of the Rings games. I'm sorry, Lord of the Rings movies. Or books, if you want to go that route. 2 better than 3? I really like the Battle of Helm's Deep. I really like it. Brawl was the weakest, but had a great campaign mode. That's fair. The map percentage weapon is kind of stable for Iga Vanya's. Pretty sure SOTN at least had armor that scaled with map percentage. I feel old, but I'm glad I was young in the 90s. What a time to be alive. 90s was great. Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Tournament Edition. Yeah, Street Fighter is such a weird thing, though. Because they would have like 15 versions of the same game. Just like, you know, they had Turbo and they had this and that. It was, oh my God, it was exhausting. They also have, on a separate note, isn't Mortal Kombat 1 having their final thing now? Like the video game, not the movie. The definitive edition, where you can now play as, well, if you got the DLC, you can. Conan the Barbarian, Homelander, Ghostface, Omni-Man, Peacemaker, and the T-1000. So I guess they come out. I think it's like officially done now, right? I need to like load that game back up, man. It's been a while. Shanks. Yeah, it's been a while. Sorry, I was like looking at the character list. I swore in Two Towers, Tolkien only had half a paragraph talking about the Battle of Helm's Deep, kind of like in Hobbits where Bilbo gets knocked out before the battle. I will let you know. I'm rereading it now. I've always liked Two Towers most, but Return of the King has grown me. The ride of the Rohirrim, I'm sure I'm saying that wrong, rivals Helm's Deep for me. The music, the speech, and the carnage was perfection. Love Rohan, that's fair. Soul Calibur 2 is probably better than 1. Yeah, it's pretty good. Mortal Kombat 2? Well, the movie Mortal Kombat 2 is coming out, but not the video game yet, right? On your left, I thought you quit streaming. Thank God you didn't. Why did you think I quit streaming? Because my takes are too hot and spicy? I think what we're going to do... It's been years. Years since what? I've been on stream? Bro, I was on stream Friday. And then before that, Wednesday. And then before that, Monday. MK2 has been out for years? No. The new... Now that they're redoing the number system to confuse us all, they have MK1, which is not Mortal Kombat, the first one. It's the 2000 whatever version. It's Mortal Kombat 2. So, or whenever that comes out, the new one. Saw Fellowship Extended Edition a month ago, was blown away. The 4 hours flew by. Dude, there's no reason to watch it besides the Extended Edition. You think you're old? I trump you're old and double down on PlayStation games? Dude, PlayStation was... When did PlayStation come out? I played before the PlayStation. Oh god, the PlayStation's only 30 years old. It was introduced at the end of 1994. Alright, hold on. I'm as old as the NES, I believe. Oh, no. I am... Oh, because it was out in Japan. No, I'm a little younger than the NES. The NES. Don't scare like your face. On your left, what are you talking about? I didn't leave. You crazy, man. You're crazy. You got a dart. You got a dart in your neck. Yes. If anyone knows that, bonus points. Somehow the extended cuts of Lord of the Rings make you want more. Yeah. Rogue Legacy 2 is so much better than 1. It invalidates the very existence of Legacy 1. Bro, I don't even know what that is. The MK trailer is hilarious. For Mortal Kombat 2 with Carl Urban, I love it. I am all in on that movie. Yeah, it's Mortal Kombat 1, not to be confused with Mortal Kombat. Presumably we get Mortal Kombat 2, not to be confused with Mortal Kombat 2. I'm hoping that they call it just officially MK2. Like, the actual name is MK2, and then we all just, like, wink and nod at each other. We understand it's Mortal Kombat 2. I get why they did it with the timelines for, like, the story purposes. Like, I'm one of those weird people that likes the Mortal Kombat story. There's a lot of time traveling, though. But, like, so I get why they reset things the way they did, because, you know, gotta bring back the classics, because you can't make a good new character. Even though they can, it just seems like they tend not to rely on them. Anyway, so I get why they did what they did, but man, it's weird. Everyone's talking about Soul Calibur. Meanwhile, I got 2 burnt out in Soul Blade. Any Atari 7200 bros? No. PlayStation was amazing, but my goodness, the system was horrible. It was interesting. Atari to Commodore 64 and to IBM was my evolution. There you go. A daggone laser eye was horrendous. We're going streaking to the quads of the gymnasium. Thank you, Sam. Welcome to chat. I'm happy you understand. You're my boy, Blue. The best PlayStation game? The demo disc? Which one? I don't know. Maybe the Pizza Hut one with the demo of Medieval. I love the MK story too, and I'm fine with the resetting the timelines, just so we keep getting different variations of the same characters in each timeline. No, Josh, I agree. I just wish they would have called it like the new Mortal Kombat 1 or something. You know what I mean? Like, it just gets confusing. And it's going to get very confusing. Speaking of bad games, what's the worst game you bought without reading reviews first? Ooh. I mean, probably The Last of Us too. I didn't read any reviews. And that, I mean, that, I'm trying to think of like truly awful games I played. And that's up there. I'm trying to think of what other games I've like DNF'd. I'm just like, nah, bro. Not gonna happen. Loading up my Steam library. Oh, I can preload Wu Chang Fallen Feathers. Let's go. So I'm really hyped for that game. When's it come out? July 23rd? Okay, I got time. It's another roguelite game. It looks phenomenal. Oh, you know what was really bad too? It really stinks. Hold on, I gotta find it. I just saw it. Tales of Arise. I'm a big Tales series fan, and Arise was really bad. Like, really kind of a mess. And that was unfortunate. Because there's so many phenomenal games in that series. Like, phenomenal games. And I had high hopes for Arise, and they just... no bueno. Mine was Superman 64. Lion King for the SNES. Dude, Lion King for the SNES was like a super hard game. Planet Coaster 2, I thought I'd love it and absolutely hated it. $60. Each MK timeline needs a special title. Mortal Kombat Rebirth 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I agree. That sounds like some other company I'm thinking of. Yeah, they know what they're doing. Zelda 64, phenomenal game. I still am a bigger fan of Link to the Past, though. Link to the Past is still my GOAT of Zelda games. Assassin's Creed 3 just disappointed me to no end. Completely disregarded the Desmond storyline that they built for the first 2 games. Arcania of Time, I think was the name. Something like that. Agree on Assassin's Creed 3. Man, I never played 3. I need to go through my games. Alright, these are fighting games. Atelier Yumi has been a little disappointing. was hoping that'd be better, especially after Ryza, which is a phenomenal game. I mean, I don't mind Yumiya, but you know, Okay, this is a really weird one. In chat, if I get judged for this, that's fine. That's fine. There's a game. I don't even know if I should admit that I played this. Nah, whatever. I'm going to. Okay, there's a game. It's a visual novel game. Okay, it's a visual novel game, and it's called Class of '09. Okay, and there's Class of '09, Class of '09 the re-up, and then Class of '09 the flip side. Okay, and it's a visual novel game where you like can choose outcomes, whatever. If you lived and went to high school in like the 2000s, like I know it's supposed to be like 2009, but like I graduated in '06, so it kind of works for me too. But like it feels like the time. Like the people that did it like feel like they went to high school then, so it feels legit. And '09 was great, re-up was great, and then the flip side is like kind of terrible. So that was like a big disappointment game for mine. Like a big disappointment game. I do enjoy visual novel games because like sometimes I just want to like click along and like kind of like half play. You know what I mean? Dark Souls 2 was kind of disappointing. Elden Ring was kind of disappointing, but it was I wouldn't say it's bad. It was just like expected different, I guess. Oh, Devil May Cry 2. Now I'm going through the Devil May Cry games now. Devil May Cry 2, we got that day one. And I was like, oh my god, Devil May Cry 1 was phenomenal. Nothing past that. Just want to help. I'm 40% through Guardians of the Moon, and my brain hurts. I heard you were a Malazan fan. I love the Malazan series. Griffin, your brain will hurt. It does not get better. Because that book, I read that entire book, and somebody told me, just read it. Just read it. Don't worry about trying to understand every little plot point. Just read it, and it will make sense. And I did. And a lot of it made sense. But Guardians of the Moon is probably one of the worst books in the series. But you have to, it sets important pieces in play and certain movement to make the rest of the world make sense afterwards. The next two books are like phenomenal. The one with fire and Memories of Ice. Burn House Gates? Burn something Gates? Phenomenal book. Absolutely phenomenal. Memories of Ice was really good too. Guardians of the Moon is really rough to read. Especially if you're not like, if you don't understand how the writing is yet, it's gonna throw you through a huge loop. Dead House Gates, thank you. I bought the Steelbook for edition for 3. Boy, that was a mistake. I remember playing Mortal Kombat and Dragon Slayer at the arcades. Lost a lot of quarters. I played a lot of Mortal Kombat in the arcades. Probably should not have been allowed to. I blindly played Siphon Filter and just didn't click me. That just made me want to play Metal Gear Solid. Twitch just shat all over itself. Weird. Twitch being Twitch. I'm on book 4 Malazan. Probably my GOAT. Big Door stopped fantasy series genre. Zom, which one's book 4? I'm on book 7, 8, somewhere there. I have to reread it though. Midnight release. Friends hypes visual novel games to the moon. I just don't get the appeal. Some are great written stories. On your left. See, what it is like, I agree. You have to be in the mood to play it because it is reading a book, right? It's a choose your own adventure book if it's well done. And I like that because there's sometimes when like I'm only half playing. I just want like a decent story and whatever. And like my brain is like I don't know if anyone else has this where you have like a tough day, man, like just like a ridiculously hard day and things are rough and exhausting and whatever. And you're like, I don't want to stare at social media because everything just there makes you mad and terrible and whatever. I just want to shut my brain off and do something mindless and have it work. And I know some people play like Candy Crush or something like that, which is totally chill. Good game, right? That's fine. For me, it's visual novels where like I know all I have to do is just read and click. There's not much effort. If it's a good one, it'll have a good story, right? I can move along, like whatever. And it's just so enjoyable to me in that atmosphere. Other than that, no. Like if I'm looking to play a game, it's not that. The whole series doesn't get better. What for Malazan? It absolutely does. It absolutely does. Some of my favorite video games showing up or growing up were the Lord of the Rings movie tie-ins. Nice. Keith, hello there. Deadhouse Gates, yes, thank you. I had to read some Discworld to mend the brain hurt Malazan inflicted. Oh, it's gonna hurt. It gets worse as far as the pain goes. The original paperback of Guardians of the Moon had one of the worst book covers to ever print. Convinced it's done in the series. I don't even know what it looks like. House of Chains 4. House of Chains 4 is 4. That's a really good one too. My take is the first part of House of Chains is the greatest Conan the Barbarian story ever told. Yes. Yes. I grabbed Skyrim during the Steam Summer Sale. My coworker convinced me to buy that. Fallout 4, Half-Life 2, and Dishonored 1 and 2. I like Dishonored a lot. What's the main guy in House of Chains? Karsa? Yeah, Karsa Orlong. Yeah, he was a good character. I get visual novels a huge point if they have voice acting and an option for auto dialogue. Yeah. Yeah, they gotta have voice acting. Love Champions of Norath and sequel, nice. Karsa's my favorite. Yeah, I like oh, who's the guy with the moon song or the moon sword with the moon castle with the sword that like sucks people's souls? Um, Adamander Rake. I always thought he was a cool character. There's a lot of good characters in there though. Destiny 2 took up so much of my time for so long. I'm glad getting into other games. Welcome to other games. My friend brought a Steam Deck just to play his unlimited backlog of visual novels. Happy for him. That's awesome. I mean, it's how I play. I lay on the couch, just put the Steam Deck propped up on my stomach, and just like, eh. Gotta do laundry? Dude, I still have to do laundry. Oh, you know what was another terrible one? Dragon Age Origins, the Dragon Age 2. Like, Dragon Age 2 isn't the worst game I've ever played, but man, it felt like a massive step down from Dragon Age. That was another one that was a huge step down. I like when he's arguing with another character over fresh water and he's just like, fine, I will kill you. Then we won't need to argue. You won't need water because you'll be dead. And the guy's like, okay, we'll do your plan. It's so good. The writing in it is just so good. Oh, human. God, I'm already tired. Sorry, I'm still like flying through all these series. I'm trying to find some good ones. Octopath Traveler 2 was disappointing compared to 1 too. I mean 2 is still good, but it's just not as good as 1. Origins was so much better than number 2. Inquisition wasn't bad. Inquisition was the third one, right? I liked it. Like, I didn't think it was bad. Yeah, for sure. New Splinter Cell games just don't compare to PS2 era. Good stream later. I know, right? I didn't mind Dragon Age 2, but I also played it so long after it came out. I started so many times. Then a few times ago, Inquisition came out, I went hardcore and played through them all. Yeah, the original Dragon Age, I remember when it came out, I played it nonstop and I loved it. Holy cow, did I love that game. Hold on, chat. I want to see something. Wow, never enough novels. She is currently... Novels is going to kill me, chat. Do you want to see novels just get mad? So right now she's on TikTok live doing a thing. So if you want to go bombard her chat, please do. Because I can hear her talking downstairs. Dragon Age Origins felt very. We want to do Knights of the Old Republic Fantasy Stand. That's fair, yeah. The Knights of the Old Republic was so good. So good. How many galaxies did she get? I don't know. Hopefully a lot. I don't know how things work. Do a raid the novels? Yeah, just all show up. That'd be nice. Hold on, wait. Hold on, chat. Let me get the link to her thing. Oh my god, TikTok doesn't work. God, it really is the worst website. Can't wait till I get rid of it. All right, here we go. There you go, chat. Go nuts. Go nuts, chat. She needs more concurrent viewers. This live got 1,500 more likes in the past 5 minutes. Holy cow. Wait, how do you like something on this? I don't even know how this system works. I don't even know what is a TikTok. Oh, there we go. You just tap it a lot. There we go. Now it's a competition, chat. So you have to just tap it a ton. Never stop it. Ever. All right. Now I'm distracted. There's only like 6 likes and 25 people. I know, right? Oh, you know the problem? You know the problem? That's my fault. I didn't do the thing where I do the thing with the thing. Did you like the video? Here we go. I forgot to put the poll up. See, it's one of those things that I get made fun of by novels for my polls. I'm like, no, the system works.
11 Vigintillion 111 Novem Decillion 111 Octodecillion 111 Septendecillion 111 Sexdecillion 111 Quindecillion 111 Quartuordecillion 111 Tridecillion 10 Duodecillion 101 Undecillion 10 Decillion 101 Nonillion 111 Octillion 111 Septillion 101 Sextillion 10 Quintillion.
I'm impressed he's trying to actually read this number.
101 trillion 11 billion 111 million 111,111 to 101 equals 2, right?
Oh, hey, that was a really crazy thing. Canadian. Appreciate it. Dude, 30 months, dude. That's crazy. That's crazy. This guy does numbers. Thin floor, or is she good? See them matter. No, it's so the way her house is laid out is kind of weird. So like we have 3 floors, but it's really a it's not a split level. It's I don't know what you would call it, but it's like when you have like a main floor that literally has like a living room on it, and then you take like 4 steps up and you're at another floor with like a kitchen and a living room, and you take like 6 steps up and then you're upstairs, right? So it's not like true 3 floors. You know what I mean? Because the height of the house is maybe that of like a normal 2-floor house. I guess split. I don't think it's split level. I don't know what it's called. Novels would know. But yeah, 3 floors you fancy? Not 3 floors. But anyway, Her. So I'm on the top floor and she's on the middle floor. And then beneath me is like the bottom floor. So when she's on that floor, I can hear the TV because it's really loud. She can't hear. Um, Now where I'm sitting, like I'm at the very end of the house, like that's outside one driveway side, and then out this door, it's just like straight down the hallway, and that's where Novels is. It's like straight down the hallway, so I can just hear her because her voice carries up the hallway, and the doors are super thin. Versus, and plus she's talking at a phone, yelling at it, and like our son is right there. So, did you know about Caleb's announcement? No, what announcement? What? What announcement? Oh, is this the Star Wars thing? I loving hear about seeing. I didn't read it because I don't care about it. Should I care about this? I thought they were just making a BS article. Okay. Okay. Let's see what this is. Oh my god. I thought this wasn't an important thing. I thought, chat. Okay. I thought I could just ignore this because I'm like, I don't really care about this game. And I didn't realize Caleb wrote it. Okay. Okay. Boosting replayability. Hi everyone, my name is Caleb Grace. I'm the lead designer of Star Wars: The Deck Building Game. Hi Caleb. It's a real pleasure for me to be working. I don't know why I'm making him sound like that. I'm sure he's a great guy. I designed several years ago. I remember when FFG began soliciting Star Wars: The Deck Building Game to our partners, they asked us all the same question: can we get more expansions? Which is true, because I think the first one, because I have the original, and like it was supposed to be like a one and done, and that's it. Based on this enthusiastic response, the decision to move forward with the Clone Wars edition was made before the original game was ever released. I feel like they lied to us then. They said it was like, nah, but whatever. Making the expansion based on the Clone Wars era was an easy choice considering all the iconic characters, ships, and vehicles introduced in the prequel movies and animated series. However, there was more to it than that. We also wanted to expand on how the deck building could be played. Okay. Base game was released in 2023. Okay. Rebels versus Empire by introducing the Republic and Separatist factions. Years later, in the Clone Wars edition, that number increased dramatically. You could have 6 matchups. Cool. Each of these matchups played very differently from the others because each faction has its own unique strategy. Discovering how each of these strategies competes with each other is part of what makes exploring the various matchups so much fun. Yet there's more to explore. Each edition of the game has its own set of 30 neutral cards of the galaxy. That means that instead of 6 different matchups, okay, I don't need the math lesson. I mean, I'm not mad at Caleb with this. It's just like I get how math works, right? Okay, for those keeping score, that's 18 total different. Yes, there's lots of ways to play the game. Okay, cool. So I think we can agree. I think we can agree this should be hung in the Louvre. Hopefully. But what if our plan didn't stop there? Spoiler alert, it doesn't. Fans of my work on previous games should know that I like to plan ahead, far ahead. I can't share any specific plans today, but what if we imagine for just a minute that we could add another faction to the game? Assuming there are still 2 sets of neutral cards to choose from, the number of 1v1 matchups would climb from 12 to 20, and the possible number of 2-2 matchups would jump all the way up to 18. That's a lot of value added for just one faction. Almost makes you wonder what else we could do with the game, doesn't it? Caleb, it does make me wonder what you could do with the game. It does. I'm happy you bring this up, Caleb, because you know what it could do? You could put in the deck building game a solo mode that everyone's been begging for years upon years upon years upon years upon years. If that piques your interest, please keep an eye out for more info of the Star Wars deck building game announcement this year. In the meantime, I hope you enjoy the numbers of the 18 different ways you can currently play the game. That's just okay. Like, so he's leaving Marvel Champions to work on the Star Wars deck building game that he was already kind of working on. So that their ideas that are just gonna like dump more energy and effort into the Star Wars deck building game. They think the future is deck building. That's huh, huh. This is a big deal, I think. Like, he's leaving Marvel Champions to work on this. Very interesting. I mean, there has to be more to it, right? If it introduces a solo mode, I will play even more. I don't care about Star Wars that much. Yeah. I like the Star Wars deck building game. Plays as a good solo. How do you play it solo? Is it like a fan mod? I think they want the people who will absolutely never touch SWU like me. I guess. It feels so weird the way they're approaching this. Same thoughts I had. Too poor for SWU. If they introduce a solo, I'll probably jump in. I'm wondering if it's more of a future Star Wars thing, and also they wanted to push him out of Marvel Champions for some bizarre reason. Yeah. I mean, okay. Yeah. I still play the first game often. Well, wait. Like the really old deck building game, or like the one he did, which was just a couple years ago. Because this one was much newer, not like the OG deck builder, right? Because there was two of them they did, I think, or something like that. I can't remember. I never got the second one because I was like, who cares? But now I should. Like Tony is the future of Marvel Champions, even though that doesn't excite me. Some people seem to like his direction a lot. Yeah, I'm not one of those people. I mean, again, there's sometimes I like Tony stuff, and there's a lot of times I don't. Um, yeah, that's yeah. Is Boggs going to come back to Marvel Champions regularly, or was it just a one-off thing? I think it was just a one-off thing. I think Boggs just literally did so the other thing too, I think this is commonly well known, and if it's not, then sorry to my contact who I'm spoiling this from. So the way that they do like scenario packs is not that it's ever planned out. It's just like if the designers have extra time to work on things, they're allowed to work on things, right? So from my understanding, Boggs doing that pack is just because like he had time, and they I hope they paid him for it, obviously, and they just like did it for like the love of the game kind of thing. So I don't think he's coming back like full time or anything like that. I think he's just like doing it. Found the solo mode somewhere. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if they come with an official solo mode and make a whole thing out of it, and like, I mean, you figure, right? Marvel Legendary is a deck builder game. Maybe they think there's a market there. I mean, honestly, okay. Like, I could almost see it because if you've never played the deck builder game from like this game, it it is very easy to like get to the table, pick up, and do it. Because right, because you're not really like you're not building a deck ahead of time. You're building a deck as you go along. So it's a very good entry game, an easy game to get people into. And I wonder if they're just trying to like simplify things. All right, so let's look at it that way. You figure Marvel Champions, Lord of the Rings, Arkham Horror, like for a new person to get into, is really hard for them to get into. Their constant communication to us is discussing how hard it is to get people into these games. Marvel Champions is a simpler form to get into than Arkham Horror is, and Arkham Horror is a simpler form than Lord of the Rings to get into, in my opinion. You may disagree, but that's fine. I wonder if they just realize that the LCG model is like a more advanced model and it's too hard to get people into, which maybe the direction of the industry is moving toward lighter not party games, but lighter games to get more people in it. Is the idea that we're going to come up with basic deck builders and then hopefully they get suckered into actually do they get into the Star Wars deck builder game and then get suckered into SWU, which is their cash cow? I could see that. Actually, I could see that really well. More so than just being like, oh, we're going to invest in LCG. I wonder if they really just want to get rid of the LCG model. It's got. I feel like it's more expensive, more time consuming. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. Played the first, was so confused why I did the whole second game when they just would then just expansion cards, so I didn't play. Yeah. They have a suspicion of possibly certain people not getting along at FFG. Yeah. Joshy. Yeah, yeah. I assume Caleb was going to be leaving for something massive, but this seems to suggest a little more to me. Then he might just be looking to leave a sinking ship. Pure speculation. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. He went down with Lord of the Rings, right? He was there until the very end. And I don't know. I don't know if Caleb's more. He okay. So I don't. Okay, I don't know Caleb super well, right? I barely know the guy. I know him through podcasts, I guess, which isn't saying much. Um, I'm pretty sure he's a pretty big Lord of the Rings fan, and I know he's a big X-Men fan. So I really wonder if he wanted to be with Lord of the Rings a ton, and then for Marvel Champions, he's like, I want to do this until we do X-Men. Like that's what I want to do is X-Men stuff. And they did their X-Men stuff, and they're like, hey, Caleb, can you just like do one last thing? And he's like, okay, I'll do Civil War, whatever. It is kind of a PvP thing, which is what Star Wars Deck Builder is. So I don't know if it's like practice for that or whatever. I don't know. Problem was the middle row. If Caleb doesn't fix that, it's not. Yeah, yeah, same. Agreed. Fan mod, well done enough. Nice. They probably want a solo Star Wars game, and this is probably easier to modify than SWU. Josh, it'd be really interesting. It'd be really interesting if they took Caleb off of Marvel Champions to design more for Star Wars. Maybe he's a bigger Star Wars fan than Marvel fan. I am, so that's fine. Maybe they brought him here so he could focus on his passion, do his own thing. He wanted to do the X-Men stuff and, you know, get out of there. And then they said, hey, okay, work on this game and design a solo mode. I I could see that. I mean, this might just be a move where Caleb just goes, look, I like Star Wars a lot more. Let's just focus on that. Or I really enjoy deck builders versus LCG models. See some interviews. He really loves Lord of the Rings. Okay. So yeah, that makes sense of why he stayed with it so long. So I know he stayed with that one because he was just like very into it. Create a standard deck builder game for casuals. Yeah. No, same. I agree with that. Well, I think this game came out before SWU, right? I think it was this, then SWU, and then SWU obviously like prints money, and then this had like its next expansion. I think. No, I said like Star Wars more than Marvel. No, Lord of the Rings is still goaded. Lord of the Rings is number one. Star Wars is number two. I just meant in for like Caleb, right? Why would he leave in the middle of Marvel to do Star Wars? His article is very open ended. Like he is just designing one additional faction. Probably not. I'm sure he's cooking a big change. Yeah, I agree, Canadian. Like you're bringing hype to this for a reason. You're basically saying by this article, right? This is the thing Caleb's working on. Like realistically, this is what you're saying. I mean, it'd be interesting if they just came out with a big box solo. To be completely honest, and they just big box soloed and just try to get that solo audience into this. What's the card that gives plus 14 plus higher characters steady? It's a one cost upgrade. The picture of Hulk on Unshakable, I want to say. I think that's it. Unshakable, yeah. That's it. No problem. My random Marvel Champions knowledge. All right, chat. We are. Hold on. What's the second one called? Clone Wars. I'm gonna have to go buy it now. If he's gonna invest in this, and by invest I mean his time. Oh, it's out of stock. It can't be out of stock everywhere, right? Be on Amazon. Oh, it is on Amazon for 30 bucks. Let's go. All right. All right. I'm going to have to invest in it. Whatever, Caleb. Whatever. Take my money. In Caleb, I trust. It's cheaper than Marvel Champions big box. Is a solo Star Wars deck builder game really a major product for FFG? I just don't know. I think it's just a passion project for him. I believe he's developed it during COVID. I mean, so okay, is Star Wars a massive IP that would draw in a ton of money? Yes, I think so. I think Star Wars is very, very, very big. I know like Marvel's the hot thing, but I still believe Star Wars is bigger than Marvel IP. But that's a difference of opinion. I will say that if I was a business guy, my argument would be, okay, we have SWU, cash cow, right? SWU is just paying off our debt like there's no tomorrow. We have Marvel Champions at number 2. Marvel Champions is doing great. No matter who we put into this place, it can't sink this ship. This game is goated. The fans love it. Man, there's a content creator named D20 Woodworking that just like brings everyone to the game, and he's the greatest that's ever done it. Thank you, FFG. I appreciate your kind words. Thank you. You're the best. We have Arkham Horror, right? A great fan base that supports our game inside out. We surely can't ruin it whatsoever. We totally didn't go from one of the greatest designers of all time with MJ Newman to Duke, who I actually don't mind Duke, but Duke's no MJ. To now we need a third, right? All good board game, or I guess that's really their third, but they need like the TCG model. They need the LCG model. Those are 2 big models. We need a third big model. Let's go deck builder game. Maybe, I don't know. The problem is because Asmodee is in so much debt, it's hard for me to believe that they would just let one of their best designers that's ever done it to like just go mess around and have fun. Like I don't think they would do that. Like I think they think, or he's really good at arguing why he should do this thing because it will generate lots of money. We give our best Marvel Champions Streamer of the Year award to Web Warrior Pog. He deserves it. He's a better player than I am. You can literally give it to anyone else. It's fine. So I don't know, chat. I'll wait until the next article comes out. But that does make it seem like that's Caleb is going to be working on that. And again, maybe that's what they look at. We're going to conquer the TCG universe, which they have so far. Mostly. We're going to conquer the LCG, which they obviously do. We're going to go after deck builders. Or maybe they think it's just too hard. Like everyone knows what TCGs are. Almost everyone knows what a deck builder is. But in LCG, not a lot of people know that model. And maybe that's what they're thinking is like, hey, let's shut that down, right? We'll coast out our Arkham Horror and our Marvel Champions, let that ride into the sunset. And now we can focus on deck builder where we don't need to reinvest marketing dollars to explain how the system works. I mean, they talk about it all the time that, for our partners, it's really hard for them to sell like all these packs and all these expansions or whatever. What's simpler than selling a big box with 6 hero packs? Just selling a deck building box. Say, hey, sell this. It's cheaper for them to produce. I don't know. D20 is the Mr. Terrific of Marvel Champions streamers. He says he's probably the 3rd most popular, but we all know he's number 1. Stop. You're too kind. You're too kind. But please continue. Exactly. Caleb is too important of a designer to be working on something that he isn't going to be a big deal for them. He's also been there for too long. For so long. They aren't going to be paying him as senior staff just to work on a passion project. That's why if Marvel Champions is going to bring in more money, I'm surprised they take him off of it. Okay. Super hot take off of reading this news. My hot off the press take is my feeling is that the LCG model is too expensive for them. I think they have kind of explicitly said that because they're not reprinting all the old stuff. It's too much money. It's too much inventory. It's too much stock. It's too much SKUs. They don't like it. They don't want it. They are now... Oh, I'm sorry. Doing that. They are now reducing that by basically saying we're gonna focus on deck builders. Like that would be my take. Is that they are going to let Marvel Champions and Arkham Horror just see how long it goes. Right? Just see how it is. I mean, they can see the numbers. They're obviously still making money. If we never reprint the old stuff, then we can just, okay, if we get new stuff, we'll see how the sales are. And if the sales dip low enough, then we just pull the plug and we call it a day. That would be my guess of what it would be. I could see them saying we're just done with LCGs. Because, like I said, explicitly, they have said it basically they've said, I shouldn't say explicitly. Basically, they said that it costs too much money, and this is why we're not reprinting older stuff. Versus deck builder game, it's very easy. You buy 2 boxes so far. Maybe you buy a couple more to come out. Sure, it'd be cool if they remade the other Lord of the Rings cycles. Oh, we are past that. My bad. I see Star Wars deck builder having shades of the DC deck builder. Each box can be its own thing and playable, but you can add more and probably eventually add solo and co-op. Okay, my hot take is, on top of that, if the thing Caleb works on now is a solo box or a box that had solo for Star Wars, then I think this is what they think the future is. If he just keeps doing these 2-player deck builder things, then yeah, I think they like it and whatever, but it's not there to replace Marvel Champions. If it comes out with solo, I think it's on the way to replace Marvel Champions. At least Fantastic Four, Street Level, and Supernatural Waves then pull the plug. I mean, what if that's the next 3? Right? Like legit. Like we talk about this, that, oh, what if, they have a few things left. Why don't they do those things? What if the next 3 or 4 is like all their bangers and they're just like, now we're done? Because they sit there and say, oh, we've invested more people into it. Did they invest more people into it to basically pump out the game faster? I don't know. Be nice if they told us their plans. Clank is, and one of the other things too is I know people will like see this and be like, well, they said that they're investing in the long term and they're going to invest in it. They said that about a lot of games and then they pulled the plug, right? FFG just kind of invests in the game until they don't. So them saying it now means nothing a year from now. Just FYI. I'm sure all the people at FFG are very, very nice people. At the end of the day, it's a business. If it's not making money, they pull the plug. As simple as that. It does not matter. Clank is the deck building standard game, and the problem with Stoneworld, with Star Wars deck builder is it's just not serious enough game for hobby gamers. Okay, so I think companies don't care about that anymore. I think the games that are making the most money right now are the ones that you go to Target and look at the shelves. Honestly, like the games that have broken into the mainstream of Target and Barnes and Noble and all that stuff, the games that people can easily pick up in like with a box and go, okay, cool. Like I would like this. Villainous, right? All those party games, they're crushing it right now. They are crushing it right now. Because I think the problem is the board game hobby needs to get new people in here. They're really bad at getting new people into the market. So a lot of games will cater to the existing people. I think they're gonna have to get other people in. Though if we got a Carnage box too, I think it'd be a pretty solid range. I'd be happy with it. D20 Superman OG. Better end with a bang than a whimper. Agreed, Alex. The long term could be a year. The long term could be a year. I was gonna say gateway games, yeah. Is Marvel's full of characters, but just not enough important characters to keep expanding? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, chat. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe Gamerland Games will double down Tiny Epic. It'll be easier way for... Well, Gamerland Games got bought out by Tabletop Tycoon. And Tabletop Tycoon, I don't think has a lot of gateway games. Maybe that's their edge. They're a big company or a bigger company. So maybe they're looking to make those games more accessible. even when I talked to some people in the industry, professionals in the industry, and with what they do, and they have explicitly said to me on the record and off the record that the industry as a whole has lightened up on the idea that like gateway games, light games, party games, whatever you want to call it, are more accepted in it. And it's bringing more people into it for sure. So they have to lean into it for sure. I'd be shocked if they did DC Champions, and if they did, I don't think it'd be like Marvel Champions very much. I'd be shocked if they do another LCG. Honestly, I'd be shocked if they do. I think they do another LCG when Marvel Champions and Arkham shut down. IP games? Yeah, they're just expensive. That's why I really thought Caleb was going to work on an original IP. So I just figured they're so expensive. But yes, no. D20 wrong again. Wrong again, D20. I don't know, chat. I don't know. Gosh. Well, Canadian, I'm happy you pointed that out. Because I really just skipped over it. Because I was like, oh, I don't need to worry about this. Surely this is not an important thing for me to read. Surely. Oh, goodness. I didn't expect to drop such big news on you, dude. Crushed my entire night. I don't think FFG knows. You know, Sam, you might be right. You might be right. All right, we can keep talking. Oh, I'm just gonna get gonna shut that off. I'm just gonna get Clair Obscur running. So just FYI for people, I'm at the end game of Clair Obscur. There is a slight spoiler. The very beginning of episode or act 2, you learn about this. So just FYI, but I won't be advancing the story. I'm literally just grinding levels while we talk this through. Oh, I gotta change the thing before I get fined by YouTube. But we keep talking about whatever. It's totally cool. Oh, don't be loud. Oh, okay. Clair Obscur. You know, we're a quarter of the board game community right now on Twitch. Go us. Shashi. FFG doesn't even know what Evergreen Legacy is. That's fair. Fair and true. Oi, oi. Dang French. So I'm currently on the ice planet, if you're wondering where I am. And I'm literally just kind of like grinding out levels. Not that I really need to, but I feel like I should. Hey, Shield. Was there news about champions? Not really. There was news about Caleb Grace and the deck builder game that we just did. What am I doing? Sorry. No, I need to light that guy on fire. Basically, Caleb going nuts, just breaking hearts. Her. Fastest sprint speed, I know, right? She's stacked. What was the news? Yes, it was, and don't call me Shirley. Basically, there's a new article on FFG. Caleb is basically working on, it looks like, allegedly, Star Wars deck builder moving forward. Hit her again.
I'll do it. Careful, Mael.
Dang, yeah. But it makes you wonder why they're like investing so much time and money into it. Is then the other half of what we were trying to figure out with that.
Now is our chance.
Nah, is our chance. Stormcaller.
Strike swift.
He was getting back the Marvel Champions? Nah. Yeah, he was definitely gonna leave. He was definitely gonna leave.
Brace yourselves.
51,000, let's go. Ah, too early. I'm usually better at dodging. That there is Jar Jar image in the article. I mean, that's really the best part of the whole article. It's all down from there.
Here's your card.
Hope they're not thinking of canceling champions. I don't think they'll cancel it. I think my guess would be they run it into the ground. Well, no, that's the wrong way to put it. They don't run into the ground. They let it go until it dies, basically.
Ready to evade.
Is Expedition 33 better than Persona? Like Persona 5 Royal? It's okay. So Persona 5 Royal, I think, is the best game. Right? It's not my favorite, but I think it's the best one. Persona 5 Royal and Expedition 33 overall, I think, are both very good games in two very different ways. If that makes sense. But I will say, Expedition 33 is a goated game. An absolutely phenomenal game. The thing that I like about the Persona games is like the hanging out after school and like bonding and the story and whatever. Do you think this deserves Game of the Year? Yeah, I think absolutely. It's not better. It's really good, dude. Like the second I finish this story, like I'm right near the end, I am immediately gonna play it again. And yeah, I do think it deserves Game of the Year for sure. It's also, like I said, if it forces whatchamacallit, there we go, Final Fantasy become turn-based again, then it's basically a winner. It's a winner in my eyes. If that's what it does for the culture, then that's the most important thing. Oh man, do we think we can beat this thing? You made novels happy? Why? Wait, like actually or not really? I saw she just signed off because my phone just shut off. Expedition definitely takes a lot of inspiration from Persona 5 Royal in terms of style. You think so? I mean, they're both very quote-unquote stylish games. I don't even take a lot from each other, though. I mean, maybe. I'm not like... I'd be willing to hear the argument for it, for sure. She was happy? Oh, good. Good. Alright, weakness. Oh, they all can switch stances. Okay. Like combat angles and stuff. Oh, I get what you're saying on the left. Okay, yeah, I see that. For sure. Alright, I have never fought this thing, so I don't know. Oh shoot. Push the wrong button. Oh my god. Wow, okay. All my timing is off now. Ah, no. Oh my god. Dodge. Okay, there we go. Okay, so the combat angles. Oh, wait, this is turn-based? Yes. Yes. Expedition 33 is turn-based. There's some weird things you do in the middle. Oh, wait. I'm virtuoso. I gotta think for a second. I have 5. Let's do medium on all of them. Okay, there we go. So yeah, it's turn-based, but like as you saw with their attacks, you could dodge or parry them or different things. So it's like active in that sense, but the rest of it's turn-based. This is a game where everyone who's the age 33 gets dusted, and your party is going to stop that. So what happens is they live in their little town, and across this ways there's a paintress who every single year paints a number on. And I believe it starts at 99 and works its way down. Everyone that's older than that number dies. So the first year it's 99, everyone that's older dies. Then 98, everyone dies, right? So on and so forth. Actually, I think it was like 70 something it started at. So now they're down to everyone that's 34 dies. So everyone that's 33 goes on this expedition to try to stop it. And they do that every year. Each year they send a new expedition to try to stop it. It's incredibly good. Like the story,
Expedition's not over.
incredibly good. Execute Order 66. Yeah, basically. Oh my god, crushing it. Story seems mid? No, dude. Top 10 of all time, easily. And it's not even close. The problem is I can't go into much more of the story past that. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm 36, so I'm dead? Yeah, I'm dead too. I didn't make it. No.
Take cover.
Does it have chili dogs and blue characters wanting to go fast? Yeah. Doesn't every game? Alright, let's kill this thing.
Stars judged you.
I've never been a big fan of turn-based games. I did pick up Persona 5 during a Steam sale on your recommendation. Maybe I'll change my mind once I get around to playing it. I love them. I love them, dude. I hope it does. Or at least I hope you can stand it enough to enjoy the story. Persona 5 story is just so much fun. Such a good game. Where am I? Okay. Flag. Oh, I was going this way. That's right. Okay. Oh, yeah, you can change who you are, which is always fun. Did you educate your wife about blue hedgehogs? Yeah, I don't know why she didn't know about that. It's kind of very disappointing. Like, we watched the movies. Though we still have to watch the third one. I really, really, really want to see the Jim Carrey dance with himself. This game does look gorgeous. This is one of the uglier places. But yes, it is. There are some worlds that, like, however they created it, it was just awesome. All right, let's kill this thing so I get more XP. But yeah, all I'm doing right now is just grinding levels. Will you file for divorce? No. Can't do any better, so. just cut my losses.
Chroma's flowing. Ready. Here's your card.
Seriously, do you hope Fantasy or Final Fantasy brings turn-based games? Yeah. I hope this changes their mind. I really do. Shoot. I still have to see the second Sonic movie. Third looks incredible. Second one was good. I liked it a lot. I don't think it was quote unquote supposed to be as, or I don't think it was supposed to be like quote unquote as good, but it was good. It's enjoyable. Actually, honestly, I should just fight these things over and over. Their attacks are so easy to dodge.
On me.
The voice of wait, Keanu Reeves is the voice of Shadow? Well, even BG3 being so good, yeah. No, that's very true. All right, you're stanceless. I need you to be stanceful. I don't even care if this heals you.
On me.
That's fine. I need you to be a different stance. Okay, so we need more things. Oh wait, Stormcaller.
Thunder. Strike with. Mael.
Huge parry, massive damage. Get out of here.
On me.
Again and again. That was gonna do as much damage.
Down.
You're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna die. Keanu Hog. Hey, how is it not dead? I have failed. Okay, let's do that.
Okay.
Keanu Hog or Keanu Hog is the best version. Alright, defense. Offensive, perfect. Kill it. Kill it! Oh, that's the first time the clone worked. For a while, them summoning clones didn't do anything. Alright. Time for murder. Oh, wait, not yet. Nah, we'll do it. Nah, we'll wait.
I saw your future.
Murder.
Oh,
I need her to get Twilight. There we go. 75 times damage. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. Can I do everyone? High dark damage. There we go.
let's dance. This will hurt.
Alright, and then... Actually, this is gonna kill it too fast.
You can't.
I was saving my big attack for the end. Because you switch to this, it goes to Virtuoso. Then you go here. And do your sword ballet. And you just 20,000 damage off the bat. Dude. Murder. Alright. And then basically you can just go back to your flag and rest up. Everything respawns. And you go back to murder. It's alright, they're evil. You're allowed to murder them. It's actually encouraged. Okay, I need you to switch stances.
The storm is coming. Mael. Ready to parry. Take your shot.
I'll give Expedition a perfect score when it comes to looks good on the Steam Deck with no mods. Wait, does it for you? It looked terrible on mine. It was like not optimized at all. So the colors looked terrible. But that's a little while I did. Oh, my live stream YouTube chat gave out. Hold on, chat on YouTube. Wait a minute. You're currently offline. Don't say anything yet. Don't say anything, YouTube. I'll tell you when.
Now was our chance. Thunder. Strike when.
Still not live. There we go. Okay, YouTube, you can chat again.
Today. Yeah, dodge.
All right, now our main gal. Does she have a way to attack everyone or no? No, I got rid of that. That was a poor choice.
Lady looks smart today. Let's play.
Think I'm gonna roll out? All right. Take care, man. Have a good one. I'm not gonna make it much longer anyway. I'm tired.
Please survive. This will hurt.
Finish it.
This will hurt.
Autobots. I just read my son a Transformers story tonight. So I haven't seen like the newer Transformers movies, like the Michael Bay ones. And well, I watched the first one, but that's it. And that was a long time ago. So that came out like 10, 15 years ago. I don't feel like fighting you. This game soundtrack is pretty soothing late at night. Yeah. The soundtrack's really good. The music's really good in general. The voice acting is really good. The acting by the voice actors is really good. Like I said, the story's good. But yeah, anyway, so I read my book for bed. And I was like, I don't remember this story at all. Or what happens. I have literally no idea. So like, you'd ask me questions, be like, you know, Daddy, what happens next? I'm like, I don't know, buddy. I really don't know.
On me. Romance flowing. Please survive. Not today. Not today.
Not today. What do we say to death?
No deck.
Oh shoot, that was bad.
It's locked on you. Brace yourselves.
Ankiad.
The elements dance. Wait in fear. Please survive.
Kill it. Kill it. Yeah, close.
Try me.
Next one, same as that thing. Oh, I almost messed it up. Alright. Now. Probably murder that.
Smile today.
And murder again?
Smile today.
Oh, close.
It's locked on you. Here's your card. Dodge CL.
The dance begins.
Game is very peaceful. The murdering part, yeah.
Take cover. Danger.
I think depending on where you are on the map too, it changes. Like what's going on, so. Like music wise, sorry. Of course it changes like what it's doing. Alright. Levels. These are the things you don't like about this game. I think it's a great game, but it's not perfect. Sure. I think it rushes the story now and again. The open world map exploration is really weird. And how it's done. The big twists in this game, I think, are good, but it's not like it makes a lot of sense. Like, it makes sense, I guess, in this world, but not like in real life. Though I haven't finished the finale of the game yet, so maybe it falls apart. Some of the character development isn't great, but it's not terrible. But yeah, that would probably be like the worst things, I guess. And like all those things being bad aren't like, they aren't terribly bad. They're just like kind of bad. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. All right, chat. I'm tired. I thought I could keep going longer, but I am exhausted. So, thanks for hanging out. I will see you all Wednesday. I need to get some rest. I'm way more tired than I thought I was. Have a good one. Wednesday we'll play something. I don't know what we'll play. We just want to take a night off. See you on Discord. If you haven't used the token link, make sure you do. Have a good one. Appreciate you all. See you all Wednesday night. Take care.